Hey guys, just Ravage Joe here. And to my fellow Met fans or my fellow baseball fans, you don't have to necessarily be Met fans to maybe appreciate this stream, but it is going to be specifically Mets. So I guess maybe you do have to be a Mets fan. I did want to do my quick take on the 4-game series that the Mets have just finished yesterday against the Washington Nationals. And then just a quick, I guess it's not even really a pregame kind of video, but my take on their upcoming series starting tonight against the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay, so Mets 3-1, and again, it's a 162 game season with 158 games left now. You got to be, I guess, somewhat excited, right? Your team is 3-1, and going by without looking at the standings, there might be maybe a couple of teams that are still undefeated, if that's the case. But I think for the most part, especially within our division, there's nobody undefeated. So, uh, my issue and the reason why I wanted to do the stream, I was going to do the stream regardless. It just would have been maybe a different outlook or a different attitude had the Mets been 4-0. Again, they're not going to win every game in the season, but it's the winnable games. It's the ones you either have a late game lead, that gets either squandered by a bullpen or bad throws, errors and stuff like that. Those are the head scratches. Those are the games you need to win. In the course of a long season, especially in a division that I had talked about maybe a week or two ago, before the season started, as far as who I thought might win the division. I believe I went with the Braves only because they're the defending champions, but the Phillies are just a scary team. They really are. It could be either one, and I'm not necessarily writing the Mets off as of yet. I'm not saying that the Mets don't have the potential to win the division. I just think it's going to be a battle. It's a battle that a lot of things have to happen, right? Obviously, first and foremost, your team has to be healthy. When DeGrom does come back, whenever that is, he needs to be healthy. Scherzer, hopefully that hamstring thing was, just a minor setback and he's good to go. I mean, overall, he didn't pitch that bad when he did. What did he? I know he gave up the 3 runs. What did he went 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. That's not bad. You take the home run away, that's not bad at all. Okay. The one pitch to Bell was his only I'm pretty sure it was Josh Bell that hit that home run. And he's the only starting pitcher as of now that has allowed a run. Carlos Carrasco pitched really well yesterday. I think he finished with 5 strikeouts. He had 5 strikeouts. He had the one on run, which was the home run by Nelson Cruz. And overall, yeah, he only gave up 2 hits in just 5 and 5.2 innings. So the starting pitching has been solid. Actually, the bullpen's actually been pretty well as of late and up to now. I don't fault Trevor Williams. I really don't. Yesterday's loss was at the hands of Alonso. I mean, he had 2 errors, 2 bad plays in 1 inning, and just allowed the Nationals not only to tie the game up, but eventually take the lead. So because you're battling with, first of all, your ace is out, so there you go. There's that. Nimmo battling whatever. He was obviously been in the lineup, but his neck was been bothering him. And, again, what other injuries are going to happen in the course of a season? It's a long season. So when you're battling it out in a division that could be as tight in the National League East with the Braves, Phillies, Mets, I don't even want to write the Marlins out, but I just don't think the Marlins are going to be that good, in line with the other teams I just mentioned. But you never know. The Marlins have surprised in the past. But I think the starting pitching is doing its job, which is a very good thing, especially Miguel came in opening day. He did his thing. Obviously, Scherzer came in the second day, gave up the 3 runs, but still had a solid outing. Chris Bassett, this is the reason that this was the besides Scherzer, obviously, but this was the pick that they made after the lockout that I was like, okay, this was a good pick. Because I remember, with my fantasy baseball last year, I picked up Bassett several times as a spot starter, and he did, he did his thing, and he performed. So, again, I know pitchers are going to have off days. I know bullpens are going to have off outings. I get it. And I'm not necessarily upset that the Mets are 3-1. I think it's a great start. It was their first 3-0 start since 2012. So we had 10 years since they went 3-0. We all know that they're the best in Major League history in opening day. So it was no surprise that they won opening day. It's when you have these games that are close and they're winnable and they're thrown away, literally, pun intended. That's the stinger, because this team could have been 4-0. You want to jump out to an early start. Now you're going against the Phillies. You're going head to head against a stacked lineup. I think Suarez pitches tonight, posed by our Taiwan Walker, which we all know what Walker has done second half of last season. Even in his last spring training outing, I think he gave up like 6 runs or something like that, or 5 runs. And I know he was having knee issues because I think he had surgery in January with his knee. So I don't know if it's 100%. I don't know where it is now. Obviously, he's good to go because he's pitching tonight. But, that's a huge question mark right now. Suarez, he can, again, I really don't know much about Suarez. I don't know if it's his second year or let me see something really quick. Sorry, guys. I know very, very little about Suarez. But yeah, it's just, come on, where are you, Suarez? Why isn't Suarez even here? That's weird. I don't even have Suarez in Suarez doesn't even come up in their lineup. I'm on MLB.com. That's odd. Okay. Anyway, let me go back to the Mets. Get out of here. So they go against Suarez tonight. Tomorrow is what do you call it? Zach Wheeler and Miguel. So that's going to be our rotation now is reset to the top. So you got Miguel now going against Zach Wheeler, who had a dominant season last year. And then we put out Scherzer again to face I believe Aaron Nola. So again, I think the Phillies are, because they also have Kyle Gibson, but the Phillies are probably one more pitcher away in the back end of that rotation to being even more scary. But it's their lineup that, their top 3. You got Schwarber, obviously Harper, Castellanos, and then all the other guys behind them. And I've said this in my show a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, where Segura and Realmuto and all the other guys that they have in that lineup, Hoskins. It's such a great lineup, and it's so scary. It really is, because they have the capability of coming back from any deficit. I mean, at least I know there's hitters that are streaky. I know that, and I'm not saying that it's going to be a slugfest every night for the Phillies. Obviously, I think they lost yesterday, right? So it's not like they're going to go 162-0, obviously, because they lost. But this is a team that you got to be very scared, very weary of, very mindful of. And I really think, even though it's a very, very early stages of the season, we're only in the 5th game of the season now. And the Mets are in a good position at being 3-1. But I think this upcoming series is going to tell us a lot of what the Mets and Phillies can be this year. Again, I know there's many months to go. I know. But you want to set the table now. You want to make a statement if you're the Mets now. And Lindor had that great home run yesterday to tie the game up. Marcana's been hitting. He went 3 for 4 yesterday, and I believe he's got a multi-hit game in the last 3 games. He's got a multi-hit game. Marte's off to a slow start, but that's fine. Obviously, Alonso had the grand slam, his first in his career. But dude, now look, I know they've had that huge question mark of where to put. What do you do with Dom Smith? You trade him. You got him on the bench. I think now that the universal DH is here, I think they really do need to start to think defensive wise. Maybe start Dom at first a little bit more often. Obviously you don't want to take Alonso out of the lineup. There's no way you want to take that bat out of the lineup. But with the DH now, you don't have to. You can start Dom more at first. All right. There's where you use him more. Put him in the lineup, see what he can do. Maybe with more at bats, he'll perform a lot more and hopefully a lot better than he did last year. And then you have Alonso's bat still in the lineup. I know Alonso wants to play first base. I get it. He wants to be on the field. I understand that. And it was one game where he had two bad plays. Fine. But if it continues, you got to start to question, okay, maybe we got to start playing Dom Smith a little bit more, utilize his defense, and then keep Alonso in the DH spot. That way you have his bat, you have that big bat in the lineup. But look, overall, I'm excited. I'm happy. They definitely did better than I was hoping for. Obviously, in a 4-game series to start the season, you want to win at least 3 games. A 4-game sweep would have been amazing. And it's a team that again, not only a winnable game, but it's a winnable. It's a team that you should be beating. Yes, they have Juan Soto. Yes, they have the veteran and ageless Nelson Cruz, who obviously went deep in yesterday's game. But other than that, you got Josh Bell, right? You got Victor Robles, and who else? Obviously, Maikel Franco. You have a lot of veterans on there. Escobar, who the Mets are very Mets fans should obviously be very familiar with the Kansas City Royals days when we faced them in the World Series. But this team is, it's obviously it's sort of like a rebuild state, right? They had a fire sale pretty much mid-season last year when they dumped off Scherzer, Trey Turner. Obviously, they didn't re-sign Schwarber. So there's a lot of guys that they lost either via trade or free agency. So this again, Mets really should be 4-0, and it sucks. And again, the only reason why I complain is it was just a winnable game. Again, if Carrasco would have came in, obviously we didn't know what Carrasco was going to be coming into this season. He was injured for the huge part of the first half last year. I actually was at the game where he made his first start, which was really cool. But other than that, we didn't know, and we were hoping. And I mean, to get that kind of outing, again, just under 6 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, and just the one mistake that he made to Nelson Cruz with 5 strikeouts. I mean, that's a great line, especially for Carlos Carrasco. So if he would have came in and maybe not given us that, maybe he would have went under 4 innings, allowed 3 or 4 earned runs, again, his first start of the season, or maybe they come in very, very close game, or maybe even the Mets don't even have a lead and they're down 1 or 2-0, and the bullpen just can't keep the lead at that rate or whatever. Then I'm like, okay, or the Mets, the bullpen gives up a lead. And there's so many different scenarios that could happen, but it's the way that they lost in a winnable game. That's the only thing that stings. But guys, let me know what you thought of the series in the comments. What do you think about this upcoming series against the Phillies? I think it should be entertaining, and I just hope the Mets. I believe it's a 3-game series. Yeah, because they're off Thursday. Thursday's their only off day. That's another thing. They had a really, really long week. 4-game series against the Nationals, 3-game series against the Phillies. You get 1 off day, and then you're back with your home opener against the Diamondbacks this upcoming weekend. So, this is a series they have to take at least 2. You want to set the tables. I say have to. Obviously, a long season, it's not make or break. It's not going to make or break your season here, but set the table. Try to get a couple of wins. You got your race going in with Scherzer in one of them. Miguel, if he pitches anything like he did opening day, again, he's opposing Zach Wheeler. So anticipate hopefully a low scoring game, a tight game. But again, with this Phillies lineup, I don't know. I have no idea. All right, that's it. That's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna try to do more videos like this. Maybe after every series. If anything amazing happens, maybe after a game or single game. But for the most part, I wouldn't mind doing a after series kind of what's my take on it. And then of course maybe like I did now a quick pre-game series or a pre-series matchup conversation there. So and also I don't know, live stream maybe next time, maybe a co-host. But I'm also not opposed to doing these recordings solo either. Keep it short, keep it minimal, and get straight to the point. All right, guys. Hope you're liking the baseball season's, you know, the start of the baseball season. Hope you're liking it so far. Let me know what your favorite team is in the comments, and of course, let me know what you, if you're a Mets fan, what do you think of this series and again this upcoming series against the very dangerous Phillies. Guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you all really soon.